security strategy.
To build a fortress around your digital identity, you must start with a secure foundation. This is where specialized operating systems like Tails or Unix become essential. Tails, which stands for the Amnesic Incognito Live System, is an operating system that you can run from a USB stick. It forces all your internet connections through the Tor network and leaves no trace on the computer you use it on. Unix is another powerful option that works by isolating your online activity within virtual machines, making it extremely difficult for your real location to be discovered. Choosing and mastering one of these systems is a crucial investment of your time. It is the digital equivalent of wearing a disguise in a place where you cannot afford to be recognized. Once your operating system is secure, the next layer of protection is managing your credentials. You will need to create and manage many different passwords for various market accounts and forums. Using the same password everywhere is a dangerous mistake. A password manager such as KeePassXC is an indispensable tool for this task. It allows you to generate long, complex, and unique passwords for every site and stores them in a heavily encrypted database. The only password you have to remember is the single master password to unlock the database. This practice prevents a security breach on one site from compromising your accounts on other platforms, keeping your various online personas separate and secure. Your communications must also be encrypted. When you register on a market, you will need to provide a PGP public key. PGP, which stands for Pretty Good Privacy, is a method of encryption that allows you to send and receive messages that only you and the intended recipient can read. You will use it to encrypt your shipping address and any sensitive communications with vendors. Learning to generate a PGP key pair, a public key you share and a private key you keep secret, and use it correctly is fundamental. It ensures that even if a market's servers are seized by law enforcement, your personal information remains unreadable and safe from prying eyes. Finally, you must be vigilant about the settings within your Tor browser. One of the most critical security measures is to disable JavaScript. While JavaScript is used on many regular websites to create interactive elements, it can also be exploited to reveal information about your computer and your real identity. Most Darknet markets are designed to function without it. In the Tor browser's security settings, you should always choose the safest level, which disables JavaScript and other potentially risky features by default. This simple adjustment significantly reduces your attack surface and hardens your defenses against sophisticated tracking and de-anonymization techniques used by adversaries. With your security setup in place, you can begin to explore the marketplaces themselves, but you must do so with extreme caution. The Darknet is filled with scams, and one of the most common is phishing. Phishing sites are exact copies of legitimate market websites designed to steal your login credentials and cryptocurrency. To avoid this, you must never click on links from untrusted sources. The only reliable way to find a market's correct address, which is a long string of characters ending in "dunyon," is to get it from a trusted and well-established forum or directory, like Dread. Always verify the link you are using before you enter any information. When you're ready to make a purchase, you will need to use cryptocurrency. While Bitcoin was once the standard, its transactions are recorded on a public ledger, which can be traced. For this reason, privacy-focused cryptocurrencies like Monero, XMR, are now strongly recommended. Monero's blockchain is designed to be opaque, making it nearly impossible to trace the origin, destination, or amount of a transaction. If you must use Bitcoin, you should first send it through a mixer or exchange it for Monero before sending it to a market wallet. This adds an extra layer of obfuscation, breaking the link between your real-world identity and your Darknet activities. Choosing a vendor is another critical decision that requires careful research. Reputable markets have a feedback system, similar to eBay or Amazon, where buyers can rate and review vendors. Spend time reading reviews to gauge a vendor's reliability, product quality, and stealth methods for shipping. Look for established vendors with a long history of positive feedback. Be wary of new vendors offering deals that seem too good to be true, as these are often scams designed to lure in unsuspecting buyers. A little bit of patience and due diligence in selecting a vendor can save you from losing your money and potentially compromising your security. The transaction process itself usually involves an escrow system. When you make a purchase, your cryptocurrency is held by the market, not the vendor. The funds are only released to the vendor after you confirm that you have received your order. This system protects you from vendors who might take your money and never ship the product. If there is a dispute, the market administrators can step in to mediate. Always use the market's escrow system, especially when dealing with a new vendor. Avoid direct deals or finalize early arrangements until you have built a long-standing and trusted relationship with a specific vendor, as these options remove your primary protection against scams. Your operational security does not end when you log off the computer, it extends into the physical world. The way you handle shipments is one of the most critical aspects of staying safe. Never use your real name or address for deliveries. Instead, you should use a pseudonym and a drop address that cannot be directly traced back to you. The quality of a vendor's stealth is paramount. This refers to the methods they use to package items to make them appear innocuous and undetectable by customs or mail screeners. Good stealth can include vacuum sealing, using Mylar bags to block scents, and hiding the item inside a decoy object like a book or DVD case. Even with good stealth, packages can sometimes get lost or seized. If your order does not arrive within the expected time frame, do not panic. The first step is to contact the vendor politely through the encrypted market messaging system. In many cases, it is simply a postal delay. However, if a package is seized, you will likely never hear about it. Law enforcement agencies rarely pursue the recipient for a small personal use quantity found in the mail. They are more interested in the sender. Under no circumstances should you ever contact the Postal Service to inquire about a missing package. This would create a direct link between you and the illicit shipment, which is a disastrous mistake. Another important practice is to sanitize any digital media you might share. For example, if you are posting a picture of a product to a forum to review it, you must remove all metadata first. Metadata, or EXIF data, is hidden information stored in image files that can include the GPS coordinates of where the photo was taken, the make and model of the camera or phone used, and the date and time. Uploading an image with this data intact is a severe security breach that can instantly reveal your location and identity. There are many free tools available online that can strip this metadata from your files before you upload them anywhere. Finally, it is essential to approach this space with a focus on harm reduction. If you are purchasing substances, you should assume they may not be what they claim to be. Whenever possible, test your products using reagent test kits to verify their contents and check for dangerous adulterants. Many online communities and resources, such as those found on the forum Dread, provide information on safe use practices and harm reduction. If you ever feel that you are in over your head or are struggling, know that there are resources available, including suicide hotlines and support groups that can be accessed anonymously. Your well-being should always be the top priority.